But let's shift focus, talk about an earnings candidate, and that's Nazara Tech. Numbers came in yesterday. It's been a mixed set of numbers coming in. You've seen a hike coming in on the net profit on a year-on-year basis, but on a sequential basis, but a slight slip coming in when you take a look at these numbers on a year-on-year basis. Let's interact with the management of Nazara Technologies. We have Nitish Mittersen, the joint MD and CEO, joining us on the show right now. Hi there, good morning, Nitish. Share some light on what Q3 has been like for you. The company revenue and profits saw good growth sequentially, but do you expect this growth momentum to continue? And what will be your revenue guidance for the next financial year?
A great quarter for Nazara in Q3 of FY25. Even if you look at a year-on-year number with 535.4 crores of revenue in Q3 is a 66.7% growth year-on-year, and our EBITDA is up 39% at a good number. So I think overall we're quite happy with the performance. Many of our businesses have grown well organically, and our acquisitions, especially our recent acquisitions, are also playing out quite well for us.
All right. Hi, Nitish. This is Shrishti also joining in. But when we see your margins as well, there's been a slight dip on a sequential basis. So help us understand that what led to this, and going ahead, what will be your guidance for the margins maybe in the next couple of quarters? Do you see an improvement in this number?
Sure. I think, because of a recent acquisition of Space and Time, which was done in the ad tech space, they're currently having, fairly large revenue contribution with a relatively low margin, which is why our overall blended margin is showing a small dip. But if you look at our core gaming business, the margins have actually increased and are quite healthy at over 20%. So I think the way you will see is that the gaming margins will continue to rise. I believe with a long-term perspective, 2, 3 years out, we should be at 30% kind of margins on the gaming business. I think the ad tech business and the esports business will lag on the margins front, but we will continue to work on optimizing them as well.
Nitish, let's talk about some of your recent acquisitions, because you've seen a bunch happening in this quarter, and even recently you've agreed to acquire 60% of Funky Monkeys, 2 IPs coming in from Zepto Lab. Nodwin has also gone ahead and acquired a bunch of other platforms. Tell us, what kind of growth levers are you expecting from these acquisitions, and are you looking at more acquisitions in the near future?
Especially on the gaming business and gaming IPs, today we find very attractively, priced opportunities of good game IPs globally. And, because Nazara has been successfully able to raise capital in the last year and a half, I think it's extremely accretive for our shareholders if we go and acquire these IPs and then build on them, which is why we've been quite aggressive, as you've seen in some of these acquisitions. It's a moment in time where we are having this opportunity and we want to make most of it. That said, I think we continue to have a healthy deal pipeline. In 2025, you will surely see more acquisitions, especially in the core gaming business.
But Nitish, this time the key takeaway, or rather the star performer, was your ad tech revenue that did contribute significantly. But when I see your revenue breakup, that's 28% coming in from ad tech, gaming contributing 29%, and esports 43% over there. How do you see this revenue mix changing going ahead, given that you have done a couple of these acquisitions and they are also expected to be pace accretive?
Yeah, the good news, of course, is that all three verticals of ours have grown in revenue, and I think they will continue to grow. I think the mix of revenues may keep changing. We definitely do have a strong focus on the core gaming business. So I think from a percentage perspective, you will see core gaming business increase in terms of, the contribution to overall revenues. But I think we will see healthy growth in revenues in all three categories.
Lastly, Nitish, before we let you go, also give us a sense of what you are seeing of the entire industry going ahead. There has been some delay coming in on the GST announcements for gaming. What's your outlook on that front, and how do you think this could pan out for the entire gaming industry going ahead?
Look, our Prime Minister has continuously called in the last year many times that India has a great opportunity to be a global leader in gaming. And therefore, I'm quite confident that the government will continue to support the industry and take proactive steps in, boosting the industry. For the GST particular case, I think it is sub judice, it's at the courts, and therefore we will have to, wait for that to be resolved to get clarity on that particular topic.
Right, Nitish, we'll let you go on that. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us.
Thank you.